Hello everyone, thought I'd do a quick video. No irony attached in that sentence, although everybody knows I'm not known for quick videos. But yeah, not got too much to talk about in this one. Just letting people know what my most anticipated releases of March forthcoming are. So yeah, I think since I've been collecting films, let me move into the centre of the frame. Yeah, since I've been collecting films for probably 20 years, I think March is the most stacked month I've ever known. So yeah, going to be an expensive one. Obviously, some things I don't sort of get FOMO and buy it like the day it comes out, whereas there are a few I'm going to have to pre-order where they might sell out and don't want them to go out of print and then I can't get them. I'll read them out as I've got them all written down in a little book. I've been doing some research. Um, Not look too much into like standard releases. This is more about sort of the boutique releases really, and then I will mention a few that just got announced for like April and things. Let me get my book. Yeah, so I'll go over each boutique label. Don't think I've got them in alphabetical order, but I've written down. From Arrow Video in March, you've got Deep Blue Sea. Sure everyone knows that sort of shark film with LL Cool J, Samuel L. Jackson. Seen that at the cinema when it first came out when I was younger. A real fun film. Dressed to Kill. So technically it comes out I think the 3rd of March, but obviously Stuart George got it back in like February, about 6 weeks early, I think. I pre-ordered mine like 3-4 weeks ago, and they hadn't dispatched it. And then when I went in HMV on Monday, just gone, they had it on the shelves there. But when I looked on Arrow website, it does say it's not to the 3rd of March. So either they've sort of delayed it for stock issues, or Arrow put it out early. HMV put it out a bit earlier. Didn't really want to get HMV in trouble, but sort of messaged them saying, I could have literally just bought it physically in a shop, but I've got to wait until you dispatch it. So yeah, I had an email, I think it was yesterday, saying they've dispatched it. So it should be coming tomorrow or Saturday, depending on when I upload this. Don't Torture a Duckling on 4K. I think it's a Giallo film. I haven't actually watched it yet, but it's Lucio Fulci. I think Nikki from Skin Crawlers got that one weeks ago. I've not pre-ordered that one yet. Terminal Man, don't really know too much about that. It looks interesting, but anybody that's watched it or knows more information, let me know. And then Play It Cool, which I think is like a Japanese film. Might be Chinese. I think it's pretty sure it's Asian cinema, and as everybody knows, I'll give any sort of foreign cinema a go. I find even their like dramas and sort of films what I'm not massively into are usually still really interesting. So yeah, like Michael Haneke films. The Hunt with Mads Mikkelsen, Green Butchers with Mads Mikkelsen. Yeah, there's a few that are, not kind of horror or action. Yeah, I still find they seem to be better made than a lot of like, let's say English speaking films. But yeah, let me know on the Terminal Man and Play It Cool if they're worth getting. But yeah, they do look interesting. Nice additions at least. Second Sight films, I've got Scanners, 4K. I think you can get the Blu-ray standard or the standard 4K, but I personally go for the collector set, as I've obviously already got a lot of the Second Sight collector set. And the Brood 4K, and yeah, again, I'd go for the collector set, although I think you can get standard edition Blu-ray or standard 4K. Yeah, the Brood more anticipated for me than Scanners. I haven't seen Scanners in a long time. I've got the trilogy box set. I don't think the see if I can find it. Yeah, this is quite old. Don't know if it's out of print. I think I see it at CX for about £8 or so, so probably not. But yeah, I might trade that in once I get the 4K, because yeah, I can't remember the sequels, part 2 and 3 being very good, or by David Cronenberg. To tell you the truth, I have to watch it again, but I wasn't a massive fan of the original Scanners. So yeah, The Brood is more anticipated. There's probably top 5 David Cronenberg films for me. Treasured Films, one of my favourite sort of newer labels, releasing Stuart Gordon's King of the Ants, which I do have on DVD. See if I can find it. I think even this DVD is out of print and really rare nowadays. I haven't looked how much it's worth on CX, but I'm hoping once I pick up the Second Sight version, I can trade this one in for quite a bit of money. yeah, let me know if you've seen this. Watched it once years ago, and there is one really sort of gory, sort of standout scene. Looks like it's got John Goodman in it, starring Chris L. McKenna, Carrie Werner, George Wendt, Vernon Wells, Lionel, Mark Smith, Tim Sharp, and Daniel Baldwin. Oh, it must be George Wendt on the background. Let me see if you can see him there. Oh, I don't know if it's bad glare. Yeah, the one strangling a guy. Looks like John Goodman, or what's the guy called out of House? That looks a bit like him. I don't think it is though. Yeah, I don't say his name on here. Um, yeah, so treasured films. I thought first of all it was going to be one of these kind of like big box treasured films, but it looks like it's more of a standard like this kind of release, just in a little slipcase because I've got it about 18, which is kind of good for my finances. They put that King of the Ants, and then Satan's Blood, which again not one I've heard of, but looks like 70s or so, kind of Hammer style. I think that's getting the standard treatment rather than like the big box. Yeah, let me know if you know much about Satan's Blood. Obviously, a lot of these I've written down look interesting, but hoping I'm not going to have to buy them all because, yeah, it's going to cost like £200-300 just these. And then I'm sure there'll be other labels I forgot to research. 88 films, yeah, probably smashing it the most that month with Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. I think that's the first time on a UK Blu-ray release. I've just got the DVD, which I think trades in for like £7 or £8 on at CEX. Pinocchio 964, which I think is Japanese, but it's like a cyberpunk film in the vein of Rubber's Lover and Tetsuo the Iron Man. Erotic Ghost Story Trilogy, so anyone that's watched Marcus's channel, I think Ash has got it as well from Popcorn and Horror, and yeah, Marcus from X-File 2708. I think they've got the original one, which I was going to buy, about 15, but yeah, then I noticed on the forthcoming pre-orders the trilogy for about 40 and like a special edition big box set of like a rigid slip, or a rigid box, shall I say. So yeah, looking forward to that one. It looks quite a wacky kind of cat-free film. Couple I'm not too sure on. Let me know again if you know any more about these than I do. Short Night of the Glass Dolls looks a bit like a giallo. And Castaway, not the Castaway with Tom Hanks, but one with Oliver Reed. Criterion, I've got a few. I mean, some I don't know too much about. I'd have to, read up on them and see it, or read some reviews, IMDb or Letterboxd. But the main one I picked was Night Moves. Looks really interesting. And then 101 Films got one called Trancers, which is kind of like an old sci-fi film I think I've seen years ago. Yeah, I'll do a bit more research on these before I pull the trigger, because like I say, as much as some of these look good additions, people comment saying, yeah, it's a terrible, boring film or whatever, then I won't get them and it saved me a bit of money. And then as far as standard releases, I think The Substance is out in March. Obviously, it was originally going to be out, I think it was January, then it got put back to like March, or it might have been May. And then, yeah, Stuart George shared on the WhatsApp group the other day, the Movie Loons group, it was out in March, but then Roy Barrett from Blue Roy Movies commented saying delivery wasn't until like May, so I don't really know what's going on, but hopefully The Substance is out in March. Probably a few others forthcoming, that just getting their sort of standard release or even 4K. That I didn't want to look too much and write down even more, though not only to make the video longer, maybe more interesting, but it would just cost me more money. They have announced, obviously that's all sort of on my radar. Indicator I looked on there, forthcoming, couldn't really see too much that was interesting on there, but they didn't really seem to show what's coming out as far ahead as other boutique labels. But yeah, in April, Second Sight Films have just announced The Coffee Table. I think it's a Mexican Spanish film. It's like a dark comedy drama. But yeah, I think I've said this before, but probably the most stressful, anxiety-inducing film I've ever watched. In kind of a good way. I mean, I enjoyed it. A bit like Martyrs, where you can respect it and you're really absorbed into it. And kind of, really sort of riveted to the screen, but it's kind of a painful experience to watch. Yeah, I mean, I won't really plan on watching it again for a while. One viewing does leave you quite sort of disturbed, but obviously if it comes out on physical, then it's a good reason to view it again. And then they've also just announced House of the Devil by Ty West, one of his earlier films. So obviously they've already put out The Sacrament by Ty West, hoping they'll do The Innkeepers They have obviously said in the pipeline is Dead Man's Shoes with Paddy Considine, but they haven't gave a date for that yet. I think they were trying to get a 4K, but they can't. Then yeah, Treasure Films has got a couple more good ones coming out in April or May. Can't remember, I haven't written them down, but yeah, they've got sort of 3 or 4 releases forthcoming. 88 Films, one I did think was in March, but I double checked and crossed it out. It's called Girl Hell, which might be quite a messed up Japanese film. That is saying April. Yeah, I think that's everything. So yeah, I would say obviously no pressure if you can't do it, but I thought I'd sort of make this into like a community video response sort of tag. So yeah, I'll tag Sammy G from Sammy G's World of Cinema. When I speaking to him the other day through WhatsApp, I did mention I was thinking of doing sort of what's the word, most anticipated releases coming out in March, and he said he was thinking of doing the same thing. So obviously, I don't want people to think I've like stole Sammy's idea if he puts his video up before me. But yeah, I thought I'd quickly record this and then yeah, tag Sammy in it. Be interesting to see what Sammy's got on his radar. I'm pretty sure. Well, actually, I won't say because I don't want to sort of spoil any of his content that he's gonna. If he does do a video response, obviously I know people are busy. I won't tag anyone else. Just then I'll leave some people for Sammy to tag. So yeah, I'll obviously tag Sammy. If he does a response and wants to tag anybody, then that's up to him. I'm sure he will. Sure, everyone knows Sammy's channel. Not only a good friend outside of WhatsApp, but yeah, genuinely interesting channel. Makes really good videos, entertaining. Said this before, but yeah, really sort of what's the word? Enthusiastic, but like happy-go-lucky, uplifting kind of guy. Always, yeah. A lot of people in the community have said, but yeah, if you're ever having a bad day, you watch a Sammy G video, it always sort of cheers you up. So yeah, obviously I'll tag him down in the description and things, but yeah, go and check out Sammy's video his videos, but his channel if you haven't. I'm sure everybody that watches me or is into this kind of physical media channels knows about Sammy G. Yeah, like I said, I'll tag him down below, and then yeah, if you can do a response, that'd be good, Sammy, but it's up to you, so no pressure. I know people are busy and things, and he might not have done all this research to see which ones he actually wants that are coming out in March. Yeah, I think that's everything. I think that's the shortest video I've done in a long time, so I'll leave it there before it gets too long. Yeah, let me know down below what's your most anticipated. I'm sure Nikki from Skin Crawlers has got a list of 50 and probably a load of what do you call them, imports. One I will mention, Stuart George shared his Species on 4K, but I haven't actually checked when that's coming out. Maybe that's March as well. But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you, bye.